Hello, my name is Wes Dawson, and welcome to Gabagool, Nate, a podcast that surely in the next 8 minutes will now rank as your favorite weekly broadcast. Every Wednesday, new episodes, and this week is something special, as it is my birthday. That's right, Wes Dawson's birthday fastly approaches. Now, it doesn't land exactly on today, the 27th, but it is the closest I could get to the actual birthday, and probably this episode will be the closest thing to a birthday party, so let's get at it. Now, normally on this very special anniversary, I like to flood my special day with happy songs and tunes that elicit childhood memories of wonderment and unadulterated joy. Of course, that includes all kinds of birthday classics, such as NoFX's new birthday song. So that's certainly pleasant, but also some of the regular hits that would be on rotation in the Dawson household. We had diverse tastes in music, and it turned into this beautiful amalgamation of musical adventure. We had traditional throat singing, mute yodeling, and of course some Mambo number 5 on a loop. We are very much a Lou Bega kind of family. Well, some of you might be asking how old I might be. Well, although I feel and look to have the exuberance of a spry young 23-year-old Croatian man, the reality is I look like a melting candle with a hell of a head of hair. So my age, which I will reveal shortly, will depend on who's listening. Now, if you're part of my younger demographic, I am a super cool, relatable, nihilistic kid just like you, I'm dealing with other generations' problems that have been yeeted upon me and ironically dancing for social validation. Of course, if you're a little bit older or you're in that more matured demographic, I am a well-traveled, sophisticated gentleman who gets a slight migraine while browsing TikTok and think that social media as a whole has a net negative effect on humanity. I yearn for yesteryear, as surely everything was better when we were young. Now, having a birthday so close to Halloween certainly comes with its benefits, ups and downs depending on your age. Now, as a child, it is amazing. You get to have a themed birthday party with all kinds of cool cakes, goodies, treats, gifts, the whole shebang-a-bang, and shortly thereafter, you get to go trick-or-treating. As you age a bit, trick-or-treating kind of loses its interest, and then your birthday, it's kind of just a regular old thing. As you get old enough to consume ridiculous amounts of alcohol in a short period of time, Halloween becomes a whole new adventure, as you can now party your face off, and it's an easy excuse for girls to dress as sluttily as they wish, and no one points a finger, and if they do, who gives a shit? We're drunk anyway. Whereas my brother had the exact opposite problem, as he was born very close to Christmas, and often he'd have that sort of, oh, don't worry, this gift will count for 2 gifts, but that was just a cop-out to buy 1 gift and say, screw you, Logan, so, ha! Take that, Christmas boy. So the expert panel for this week's episode will be a little bit different, as some of my scheduled phone calls have ended little less than desirable. So to quell some of the horribly offensive and hateful-natured conversations that we had, if you want to call it that, I've decided to switch things up for my birthday bash, and I will call my unknowing friends to try and catch them and their real, raw birthday wishes for me. So let's start with calling my dearest mother. Hold on. Okay, that's strange. Usually she picks up. We'll have to try her again a little bit later in the show. Ah, yes, so the drunken escapades that go along with adult Halloween celebration, it is truly something memorable, something that actually I have many scars from today. One particular year, I dressed as a priest and spent most of my night either banishing people to hell for all eternity or blessing them with holy water, which would usually be whatever drink I was consuming at the time. Of course, that night left a lasting impression on me, as following all the debauchery of that night, I somehow managed to make it unscathed back to my apartment, and then while walking up the stairs, I slipped and fell on a beer bottle, requiring stitches in my left thigh. My roommates were convinced I'd bleed to death if I just went to bed as such, and forced me to go to the hospital, requiring 5 stitches to close up my leg. Ah, birthday celebrations. Alright, well, let's give a quick call to one of my dear friends, Kevin Bryan, the harbinger of death, and see what he has to say about my birthday. Okay, again, we'll have to try him a little bit later on in the show. So let's move on to some events that have occurred on my birthday. Now, if you're like me and you're a huge fan of the papacy, you will love these events, pretty much cementing these two legends as some of the fucking raddest dudes ever. Okay, so in the year 701, John VI of Greece begins his reign as the Catholic Pope. Wow, that merits maybe a tattoo across my back. Of course, in 942, Alberic nominates Pope Marinus II. These are big events, and these are things I am just absolutely thrilled to share a birthday with. Okay, we're sort of running out of time to be able to have conversations with some friends about my birthday. Let's give dear Adam Ace a call. Let's see what he has to say. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I think caller ID was the worst thing ever invented. Pretty much destroyed my social life. All right, well, let's move on to good bad. A good. I'm getting older, but I don't seem to be mellowing out. The bad is that though I have the energy to do the things that younger Wes likes, I just can't be bothered to do so. Must be part of those dirty 30s that I keep hearing about, you know? I think it's a regular part of growing older into your 30s, that things that you used to love and had a passion for just don't interest you in the least anymore, and every day is kind of just a blurred routine as you force yourself through the drudgery that is everyday life. All right, well, a good is having witty good bads. A bad is hurting your own feelings with something offensive you said, and like, can I cancel myself? I'm not really sure how that works. Okay, well, since my plan for the expert panel members didn't quite work out, I'm just going to call Mac the Wolfhound over to wish me a happy birthday. Mac, come over here. Come here. Yeah. Hey, stop barking at me. Jesus, stop barking at me. Oh, all right, get out of here. Jeez. Well, this has certainly been a memorable birthday bash. Must say, probably one of the best birthday celebrations I've ever lived. Thank you so much for that. So upcoming for next week, we're going to explore the stupid idea that some people have online about homosexuality. They say, hey, it's not part of the natural order. Well, I say, if it's not part of the natural order or part of God's plan, why does docking exist? You know, and I can think of a prominent religious figure who wears basically a dress and sandals. You're going to take issue with people's sexual identity? Come on. So this has been Gabagool, and my name is Wes Dawson. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful birthday experience. It is truly a blessing to have so many of you listening on this very special day. So please listen, like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to tune in next week when I give some helpful tips on how to hide your birthday from popping up on Facebook so that you can wait till the day after to reapply it and then guilt trip your friends for not having wished you a happy birthday.